if I just read you the names of those that were in the deacons in 1994, 15 years ago. There was Julian Bastick, Dorothy Broom, Fred Galbraith, Ruth Grigg, Alison Kitchener, Terry McCall forever, Greg Rogers nearly forever, Pat Farrell, Ray Alban, and Alan Harrington. So I mean, there's lots of people who were in that then who are still tied into the church now. One thing that sort of came to me, which quite amused me really, was it was in 1995 that Frida Atwell decided to retire from doing the communion table preparation. And she'd done it for 16 years, and she was 85 years old. Of course, the 90s are also known for the legislation that started coming in, which we've been burdened with ever since. And we started with the child protection. But we also started looking at things, thinking in our outreach, and there was there the seeds of starting with GAP, which we started off as calling a welcome centre. And things have sort of developed extremely well from that. And we were also going through the coffee gap on a Friday, which of course wasn't called that in those days, which Wendy was quite involved with.
Yeah, I got involved with Val when it was the old kitchen, which was a tiny little kitchen, and there was quite a small team of us. I think there were Iris, Kath Atwell, Olive Topping, Jenny Burrin, myself, sorry if I've missed anybody, and Val. And we did soup and gallons of soup. Sorry, Linda Watson. We made gallons and gallons of soup on a Friday, and little salads, and Linda Watson just baked her socks off for us every week. And it was just called GAP, Coffee Bar, wasn't it? And the money we just used to be able to give away. It was fantastic. We didn't have this charity lark where you've got to account for your money. Me and Fred Galbraith used to work out what we were going to do with it, and we just used to give it to whoever needed it, and it was amazing. We had the church larder that was running, and it was all a really good time. Lots and lots of people benefited. And then we had the new kitchen, so I was very much involved in that, which we loved. But it's all good things. You move on and do other things, and other people took over. But I think that was a really exciting time as well, as I'm sure Linda will vouch for. We had some good laughs, and just being able to give all this money away was fantastic. And I know it's not as easy as that now, you've got to justify everything. But me and Fred used to threaten to run away with it all, but we never did.
For, as you see, for a wife who didn't have anything to say shortly before. I'll probably suffer for that later. Yeah, well, finally, I'd just like to mention encouragement to everybody, really. I mean, 90s were quite a period of growth. We got this with it young stripling of a minister in his 30s, who would have been, I think, Stephen. In 94 he came, and we've sort of been expanding ever since. There have been things that haven't worked out. We did look at a church plant, which didn't come into fruition, but there's been lots of other things that have worked, and that we're now bearing the fruits of, and I'm sure we will in the future too. And it's great that we can look at challenges and tackle them, and eventually we shall overcome with God's help. And I'm sure we'll do that in the future too.
Yeah, great encouragement. We're going to stand and sing as we continue to worship God. It's 425. It's a song that Sue and Paul have chosen for us today. Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder. We're going to take up the offering during the singing of this hymn. I realise that time is going on so very quickly this morning, but please bear with us if you can. Some of you may need to go, but if you could give us sort of 20 more minutes or so. There's so much to try and do here, and we just want to celebrate God's goodness. And we're going to get cake. If that doesn't make you want to stay on a bit longer than normal, then what will? Okay, oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder.